So this is supposedly a 2018, I believe. Yes, 2018 Chevy Malibu. It's only got like 80,000 miles, which makes me wonder. I mean, I had the same exact model and car the first time I rented this from Hertz for Uber, and the engine looked pretty good. I looked inside; it looked pretty decent. It had a supposed recall to it. When I took it in, they traded me out for the same exact supposed model, year, color, everything. But for some odd reason, this engine, like that, seems to have parts that are completely rusted out. Like it's been in a car from like 2005, you know. The engine runs very hot. No one at Pep Boys will help me with it, which is the only place I could take it. Actually, I've taken it to one Pep Boys in Costa Mesa off Newport Avenue to get it checked out. They decided to supposedly do an oil change, and so they couldn't help me with the fact that it was losing power in the acceleration. They don't have a tech there for that. Now, what confuses me is, why do they have a service bay open if they don't have a tech there for that? If they don't have a service bay or technicians to actually work on cars, then what are they doing open? That same first car that I rented was having that issue still after they supposedly, that one Pep Boys off Newport Avenue, said they fixed it by tightening on the air filter hose. Little did they know I already did that before I brought it in, so it wasn't loose. I take it to another Pep Boys because it's losing power and literally shutting itself off while I'm driving. He told me that he literally was not allowed to touch the car, that it'd be against policy for him to look at it. Then why does it say through Hertz that Pep Boys is the only one that are allowed to look at it? Why would they tell me no? I'm going to turn them in for that one. I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow. But for right now, while I have this other car they traded me out on, it too has issues. It deaccelerates all the time. When they first gave it to me, the battery was dead. I brought it to the Pep Boys, the only one that will let service it, which is one of Cerritos, where I got the car. I asked him to replace the battery the first time around. All he did was oil change, gave me no paperwork afterwards when it was done, and just said, here, you gotta go, we're closed, because I brought it in towards closing. The car starts dying again. I take it back. First I look at it under the hood, the battery's the same. He never even changed it. It took a second time around, so I'm like, look, this battery's dead. It's dying on me everywhere. You need to change the battery. They're like, well, where's your paperwork? The guy didn't give me any. Then they were like, oh, okay, no problem, bring it in. Then they changed the battery. And I mean, it's something shady's going on. So it's just really ridiculous, actually. I mean, I don't even give a fuck if that's shady. It's just ridiculous. And I've had issues with not just the car, the Uber app itself, messing up my navigation, Uber itself allowing me to extend the car's rental. There's been a lot of issues going on between when I got this car and dealing with Uber again. But for the main focus of the car, which has taken away a lot of my drive time because there's been issues with this car continuously and non-stop. This one being now the continual deceleration of power, the rough running, the exhaust through the air vents smells like all the time, like the muffler's like attached to the air vents. Like you smell chemical, you smell exhaust through the air vents quite often. But the biggest thing being now too is just like, oh, not only that, I changed the air filter because they wouldn't change the air filter either. You know, supposedly that's what they do when you bring it in. They wouldn't change the air filter either. But I bought one on my own, changed it. There's dirt constantly coming through the vents. I go clean the vents and they're like brown, full of dirt all the time. So I don't know what the fuck is in there or what's inside the other vents or what's been done to it. or what they actually even do to it when I bring it in to get service. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even do the oil change, to be honest. If they just say they didn't. So right now I'm looking at the fuse box, and I'm just kind of, it makes me wonder, all these old parts on this fucking car, what on here belongs to the car and what doesn't? Is this the right fuse box for this vehicle? There's different types. This one says it's the LT. Could this be for the hybrid? Could this be for the other model? I don't understand. I don't know. I can't find a diagram for it online. So it just makes me question, what on this car, what kind of, what am I paying almost $1,000 a month for to be fucked with and to be swindled and scandalized with a car that has been tampered with continuously? So that's what this video documentation is for. And if there's any other problems, I'll go ahead and make a viewing of that as well. Alright, the date today is June 8th. June 8th. And it's around 8 o'clock, I believe. 7 or 8. On a Monday.